Peter David. How are you doing today?
I'm doing fine, thank you. Yourself?
I am wonderful. It's great to see you and talk to you. So we want to just jump into it. What inspired you from the very, very, very beginning to start writing and have this wonderful career to now people are coming and getting autographs from you and they're just like inspired by your work. How did it all begin?
From the very beginning? Well, if we're going to go back to the very beginning, it would really have started with my father. My father was a reporter for a newspaper at the time called the Newark Evening News. And because I was the son of a writer, somehow the entire concept of writing seemed to be a very exciting way to live. For reasons are a little bit too involved to go into, I kind of drifted away from newspaper and wound up writing fiction. Although the way journalism is these days, the line between fiction and reality seems to be blurring somewhat. But at any rate, I became a full-time fiction writer as of, 1987. So I've been doing this for 30 years full-time.
Phenomenal. And so what has been your favorite piece that you've ever written? Like, what is that one thing that you've put your all into that you can say, like, wow, this is what I'm absolutely most proud of?
Well, it's really like saying, so which child is your favorite? I mean, I put everything that I have into pretty much everything that I write. Some things come out better than other things. I mean, if we're talking about the stuff that's sitting here in front of me, I would say this book, Sir Apropos of Nothing, is something that I'm very enamored of. I'm so enamored of it that I've written 4 books about the characters so far. If we're talking Star Trek, probably a novel I wrote called Imzadi. If we're talking comic books, I'd probably say Future Imperfect, which was a 2-part Hulk story that I did with the wonderful artist George Perez. So, do I have favorites of individual types? Yes, but my overall favorite, I can't really think of anyone.
I love that. And so what would you say is the hardest part about having a full-time career and the outcome of being
part of what?
the hardest part of being a writer and putting your creativity into everything? Because a lot of people, they have regular jobs, they don't even have the mental capacity to do what you do. So what would you say would be the most difficult?
Getting enough work to live on, pretty much same as anybody else. I mean, there are always new writers coming up, new exciting hot things, and editors want the new hot guys. So the fact that I'm still working and getting enough jobs to pay the bills, I think is something of an accomplishment. Most of my friends have day jobs. That's the way that they survive, and they do the writing in the evening. The fact that I'm able to do this every hour of the day is something of an accomplishment, I guess.
It is. And so what advice can you give to our audience that maybe to that young individual that wants to be at your level 10 to 15 years from now, and they're going through writer's block and they're trying to put that one good thing on paper to be able to, I guess, to make a name for themselves. So what advice would you give to all young and up and coming writers?
Honestly, I would say buy my book on writing comic books and graphic novels. I wrote it because I had so many people coming up to me and asking me for advice on writing, and I can sit and talk about that for hours. So I wrote one book called Writing for Comics and Graphic Novels by Peter David, which you can go find on Amazon, and that will pretty much show you absolutely everything that I could tell you about writing.
Phenomenal. Thank you so much for talking with us, Peter.